Free with Cleo.
Hey, this is Cleo with CleoYogaFinance.com, and welcome back for another episode of Financially Free with Cleo, a show where we shift mindsets with real and raw money conversations with everyday people, empowering you to take action, appreciate the journey, and live the lifestyle you desire, financially, mentally, and physically. This week is a very special week because it's my birthday week. It's my birthday month, actually. It is April 2021, and my birthday was on yesterday, which was Monday, April 5th, and I am now 36 years old. Now, I remember when I was in my younger 20s, I thought 30s were old, but now that I'm in my 30s, I appreciate this journey. I feel great. I don't feel old and raggedy. Sometimes when we get older, we can start to feel like our bodies can feel old and our mind can feel old, but I'm not claiming old. I'm getting older, but I still feel youthful. I still feel great, and I'm just excited for what this chapter is going to bring. So, and I'm not ashamed or embarrassed to say 36. I know sometimes women say, don't ask my age. My age is not any of your business, but I don't care. I'm 36 and feeling great. So on this episode, I just want to share with you 5 things that I am going to follow, that I'm giving advice to myself, basically. So when I have guests on my episodes, on my podcast, I usually ask them one of these questions. So one of the questions I ask them is, what's some advice that you would give to yourself right now? A lot of times we're asked to, give some advice that we would give ourselves when we were younger. But I asked my guest, what would you tell yourself right now? So here are 5 things that I am telling myself right now, today, in this moment. So the first one is, let it go. If there are experiences, people, things that are no longer serving you, Cleo, you need to let it go. Do not hold on to things and people that are not serving you. And the way to decide if something or someone is no longer serving you or still serving you, to ask yourself, when you think of this thing or this experience or this person, how do they make you feel? What value is it or are they adding to your life? And this could be anyone. This could be friendships, romantic relationships, family, business relationships. This could be things in your life, experiences. This could be anything. And I'm telling you, Cleo, let it go. Because when you let things go, bigger and better things come. I know this from experience because I used to hold on to things and experiences and people because I'm thinking that, things will change, things will get better. But what I realized, I was delaying me receiving better because I'm holding on to things that just no longer serve me. And when you let go of things and people, it doesn't mean that it never served you ever. Things can feel great, look great, things can be great for a period of time, but that was just you're in a different season now. So sometimes, as we grow, we change, we elevate, and the things that we wanted at 20 may not be the things we want at 30. And what I wanted at 30 may not be what I want now at 36. So I'm reminding myself to let it go. The next one is, do it scared. Now, I always remind people to don't let fear hold you back. It sounds good, right? But when you're in those moments and you're scared to make a move or make a decision or do something, it's hard to make a move. Sometimes you just stay stuck. But what I've learned is that every single time I've snapped out of it and I was like, you know what, Cleo, you may be terrified, you may be scared or nervous, but you need to do it anyway. Because if you don't, you're going to be wondering how life would have been if you would have taken the step or taken the leap, the jump, the risk. You're going to worry yourself to death, Cleo. I'm talking to myself. You're going to worry yourself wondering what shoulda, coulda, woulda been. So instead, it's best to just do it scared, because when you do it scared, you're gonna learn, you're gonna grow, you're gonna meet new people, you're gonna learn new skills, experience new things, and overall, it's just gonna be a better situation for you. Because if things don't play out the way you anticipated, then that's okay. Most people look at that as a failure or what, I didn't succeed. But if things go the way you anticipated, that's awesome. That is great. But if things don't go the way you anticipated, that's still okay too, because I learned something. I grew from this experience. I did it scared. And if you keep doing it scared, you're going to do more things and it's not going to be as scary. You know, things that I do now, I would have been terrified to do 5-10 years ago. But now I just live my life. It's not that I don't fear anything, because, you know, we all have things that we're afraid of and we have to manage that fear. Fear really never goes away. We have to learn how to manage it. So nowadays, when my fear pops up or I'm scared of something, I just remind myself, Cleo, do you remember when you did so-and-so scared and you see how that played out? Just keep on moving, Cleo, and do it scared. And the more you exercise doing that scared muscle in your brain and your body, it's going to be easier to do things that seem scary and risky. You're going to be like, you know what? If it works out, cool. If it doesn't, I'm still cool, because I'll still be okay and I'm going to still thrive regardless. So, Cleo, do it scared. The next one is making the best decision for you. That's the third thing I'm doing. I'm telling myself, make the best decision for you. I know we all can get overwhelmed with advice, feedback, telling us what we should do, what we shouldn't do, personally and professionally. It can get quite overwhelming. We're watching videos, we're listening to podcasts, just like you are now. We are listening to people, friends, family members, mentors, coaches, bosses. Like, we're getting all of this information from all over the place, right? And sometimes you can get to a point where you're getting so much advice to the point where you still don't even do anything. And sometimes when we make decisions in our life, sometimes we make them because we think this person thinks this is the best thing for us, and we do it for other people. You know, we live our lives thinking that we're living for us, but then we realize these decisions I'm making, this is not what I really want to do. I'm making these decisions because of my husband or my boyfriend, my girlfriend, my wife, my mom, my dad, my siblings, my cousin, my friend, my roommate. Like, we're making these decisions based on other people. Like, it's really great to have advice, feedback, because we can't do all of this stuff alone. Sometimes we need to consult with people, talk to people, and kind of get an idea of how to best make the best decision. But ultimately, it's your life that you're living. You want to wake up every day knowing that you're doing something that you actually enjoy, that you're doing something that makes you feel good. And although every day may not be perfect, you still want to wake up and live a lifestyle that you actually like, that you enjoy, and that you're not constantly feeling burnt out, tired, depressed, and miserable. We want to have an overall healthy, happy, fun life, because life is short, but at the same time, it can feel like it's long too. So no matter how much time you're here on earth, you want to make sure that you're enjoying it. And as you get older, that's something that I'm realizing, is that I need to make the decisions because this is something I want to do. No matter what people say, no matter how people look at me, no matter how people feel about what I'm doing, and people don't even have to agree or support what you're doing. I truly believe that when you are authentic and real with yourself and do what you enjoy, the people that are for you will be there. And the people that aren't for you or support you, they will leave. And that's fine, because we don't want them there anyway. You know I'm not going to be for everyone, whether if it's personally or on a professional level. And I've accepted that, and I feel good knowing that I can operate the way I want to operate, and the people that are for me out there will be there to support me. All right. And the next one, which is the fourth one, this is the fourth one here. Keep investing in yourself. So when I say investing, what I mean is three things: investment of time, investment of money, and investment of energy. Because let's be real, the things that we want to do in life, it's going to require time. Sometimes it's going to be short periods of time. Sometimes it's going to require a lot of time. And then there are other times where you are going to have to invest money. Nothing is free. Everything is going to cost some time, money, energy, or all three. But be selective with your investments. As you get older, you start to realize you can't sit on the phone and talk to people all day. Like, you cannot sit and talk to people all day. Now, it's great to make time to have phone conversations, right? Or FaceTime conversations. But the older you get and the more responsibilities you have and the more things that you're working to do, you have to be selective with who you give your time to on a personal level and a professional level. So I'm investing time into myself, making sure I'm making time for self-care and to get sleep. I know we hear that team no sleep or, get it in, put in these hours. And I'll admit, there are times where I'm working and doing things and I know I need to take my butt to sleep. Or I will go to sleep and I'll wake up at like 2 a.m. and I can't go back to sleep. So I'll start working on something. And then by the time I'm about to fall back asleep, it's time for me to get up. Now I'm up all day and all night. So that happens sometimes. But overall, you want to make time for you. You want to make time for things that make you happy, that make you smile, that make you laugh. We can't be so focused on work, and we don't take care of ourselves. But you also have to make time for that work now, because if you want more money, more opportunities, more experiences, you're going to have to put in the work, because nothing is really just given to you. If it is given to you, you just don't appreciate it the same. And it may not last as long if things are just given to you. So a lot of us, we are out here working hard. Let me take that back. Not working hard. We are out here working smart. We're being strategic. We're being very, very, very careful with the moves that we're making so that our personal life and our professional life is what we want it to be, because we can have what we desire. We don't have to necessarily wait on a miracle to happen. If you operate with integrity and you're authentic and you're doing your best every single day, not perfect now, but just doing your best every single day, I truly believe that I am going to get what is meant for me. Whatever that means, I know I'm going to get it at the right time, as long as I keep investing in myself. So Cleo, you are going to keep investing time, money, and energy into yourself. And the last one here, the fifth thing that I am going to be telling myself and doing is have fun and don't be so serious. Now, I'm already a person that is always smiling all the time. I remember I had a job a few years ago and one of my coworkers said, Cleo, you always smiling all the time. You always seem so happy. Like, I want your life. Do you ever get upset or get mad or sad? And in my mind, I'm thinking, girl, you just don't know. Because I've gotten upset before. I've gotten angry. I've gotten sad, extremely depressed. But I was one of those people that was great at wearing that mask. Like, if I was ever upset or sad, you would never know. Because whenever I expressed those sad or mad feelings, it was in private. Like, I was never on social media crying or on social media cussing somebody out or on social media or just out in public acting a fool. Like, I just don't do that. Even today, I don't do that. One of what I've learned getting older is that you can't allow people to control your negative emotions. Like, there have been times where I had gotten into an argument with someone, and afterwards I was so mentally drained and physically drained. Like, that took so much energy out of me, and I was like, I cannot believe I let them take me there. So now I have to be selective with who I even go there with. Is it even worth it? There are some times where you got to check people and you have to let people know, like, look, hold up now. Don't be trying to take my kindness for weakness. I may be smiling and I may look nice, sound nice, but hold up. You ain't finna get over on me. You're not finna act a fool on me and I just be quiet. So it's like you have to pick your battles or your situations that you respond to. And as you elevate in life, you have to watch the way you respond to people in person and respond to people on social media, because, the more you elevate in life, the more you have to lose when it comes to negative experiences with people. So I'm just telling myself, Cleo, just have fun. Whatever you're doing, be serious and take care of business, but at the same time, have fun on the journey. And if there are people that you come across, Cleo, that you feel like is toxic and negative, always complaining, you can easily remove yourself from situations. You can easily unfollow, unfriend. We can control some of the things that we do see on social media. I know sometimes, I do believe there's good and bad out there with anything, but sometimes we can't control what we see. So I actually make sure that I just make time to have fun. Sometimes I have fun by myself. I do enjoy my alone time, I admit. But I know that it is healthy to have interactions with other people and have fun with other people too. So there's a balance that you have to have. And I've never really been a super serious person, but there are times where I feel like, I've been too focused on work. I need to chill out and relax and go have a good time. So that's what I'm telling myself, is to have fun, don't be so serious, and it's okay to take a break. And I'll add an extra one on there. For me, I'm 36 years old. I have a daughter who is graduating high school in May 30th to be exact, and she's my only child. So I had my daughter when I was a teenager. So I have not been able to experience being an adult with no responsibilities for someone else. Yes, I know she's my child forever, and she'll still need me for things, but it's different when you have to be responsible for a minor child versus having an adult child out there. So I kind of feel like I'm gonna have some freedom that I never had as an adult. So I'm just thinking of additional ways that I can live my life and do the things that I want to do. And I hope you stay tuned to see what those things are, because I have a lot in store when it comes to my personal and professional life. And I just can't wait to share those things with you. And I just want to encourage you that live the life that you want to live. Whatever you want to do, just do it. I don't care your age. I don't care what your experience is. I don't care who you know, who you don't know. I don't care if you feel like it's too late to try something new and pivot and do something else. Just do it. Because I used to feel like I couldn't do certain things because I felt it was too late. I felt I was too old. I don't feel like my age is old, but there are certain things that you want to do and you feel like it's too late because you didn't start doing it at 20 or 25. But then when I hear other stories and people say, oh, I started this new experience, and this could be personal or professional stuff. When I hear people say they started this or started that at 35, 50, 40, 60, I'm like, you know what? It's not too late for me. What I'm going to do if I don't do what I want to do, I'm going to be miserable and I'm going to be unhappy. I'm not going to be living a fulfilling life. And that's going to not be good at all. People die early because they're stressed, because they're unhappy. And a lot of people who are older or maybe in a situation where they're terminally ill, they always say, they wish they would have taking more risks, meaning just live the life they want to live. Be happy, less stress. And that's what I'm focusing on, y'all. So I want to know, what are some things that you are going to tell yourself? What advice would you give to yourself right now? Just follow me at Cleo Yoga Finance on Instagram. And I want you to send me a DM, or you can tag me if you post it in your stories or on your page. I would love to know, what is one thing, just at least one thing, that you are going to tell yourself and that you're going to actually follow going forward. And if you enjoyed any of these, please let me know. I would love to hear your feedback. You can send me an email at hello@cleoyogafinance.com, or again, you can send me a DM on Instagram at Cleo Yoga Finance. And until next time, I want you to do your best every single day. You guys, I always remind you to just do your best every single day. And don't worry, because nothing good ever happens if we're always worried. So at the end of the day, just tell yourself, look in the mirror and say, I did the best that I could today. Even if you feel like you didn't, say it anyway, because sometimes we underestimate ourselves. Sometimes we underestimate the effort that we put into our days. We deal with a lot, y'all. No matter if we're single, married, got kids, no kids, whatever, we do a lot every day. Mentally and physically, we have a lot of weight on us. So be grateful and appreciate your journey and appreciate the process as well. And as I always say at the end of every episode, don't wonder what if, take a risk, and I will see you next week.
You can be financially free with Cleo.